like I could probably do a lot better for like stream intros, but I really don't care enough. I mean, I have a starting soon. Like, look, I have starting soon. It's great. Cat. But it sorry. Fuck my phone. But my oh my god, I forgot. What was I saying? I was saying something, wasn't I? I know, what was I saying? Oh yeah, starting soon screens, it's pointless. Why do it? What is why? No. No. I don't know. I don't like the sound of that music. I don't know why. Actually, I could probably. That's okay, right? Yeah, that's fine, right? I don't like the music it's playing. I don't know what that noise was or why I made it, but you're welcome. Anyway, I'm gonna play some beautiful music now. That works. I can do that, right? I can do that. Am I gonna be on call with Carly, or do they just dip? I think Carly just dipped. Here, let's launch the world and hope my game doesn't immediately crash. It as I said that, it goes not responding. Oh, you fuck! Ooh, that was unnecessarily aggressive. I'm sorry. Anyways, should I FaceTime Carly? Because we were on call, but then my Discord crashed and I had to load it back up and it took forever to the point where the call dropped. And then I called back 4 times and I didn't answer. So, do I annoy them and call them more? Or do I text them and say, call me when you can and wait it out? I'm going to FaceTime them. Whoop-de-doo! Why won't it? Hello? There you go.
Hello?
What happened to Discord? Yeah, my Discord crashed and then I called you back 3 times.
I didn't know.
Do you have your... There you are. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry.
Ow, 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 ow. I just smacked myself in the frickin' face. What?
On my GTA zone, I can't see any notifications.
Okay. Well, I am streaming Minecraft.
Okay, I'm playing GTA while watching Dallas SWAT.
Who?
Dallas SWAT.
Woo. Okay. I don't, okay. Do I not have a zoom button? I want a zoom button. Why don't I have a zoom button? There's no zoom button at all? Really? None. Nada. Zero. Completely nothing. Oh my goodness. Oh. Who was that? A Keth. I don't know if I even pronounced that right. Thank you. I don't... Okay. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I feel like if I continue to try it, I'm just gonna butcher it and embarrass myself even more. But
Who are you
thank you.
trying to pronounce?
Okay.
Spell it.
I can't. Aketh.
Ackett?
Oh, wait. Say it again.
Ackett?
No, there's an H at the end. TH.
Ackett?
Aketh? Maybe.
Why are you saying thank you?
Rated.
Oh! Nah.
That was so incredibly unenthusiastic.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening, and then I kind of felt bad. I ordered a $30 dress today.
Huh?
For my friend's birthday party.
Okay.
Before
I
your
have my
Discord
chat
crashed, I was telling you about this Wattpad book that I was reading.
Oh. Okay,
Do you want to hear about it?
Will I cry?
I hope not.
Will it make me cry?
Misha, please. You wouldn't have a reason to. Oh, sorry, Mish. Anyway, I'll tell you what's going on in it. So there's 4 books total in this series, right?
Yeah.
2 of them are complete, 1 is in progress, and 1 is to be started writing as soon as they finish the other one. Well, I finished the past 3 days. I've been reading the first one.
Do that. Oh, okay. You've been
And
reading the first one.
Yeah, because it had 80 parts in it. But it was a good book. Like, I genuinely telling you that this thing was really good. Like, it made me want to read all of the books. And it was basically like this quarterback and this girl. I'm a sucker for sports romances. Nobody say anything ever. But I love sports romances, right? So, it's the quarterback and this girl. And at first he doesn't like the girl, but then he does start to like her. But they are so toxic for each other. Like, they constantly leave each other, they constantly argue, they constantly go be with other people. Like, it doesn't make sense, right?
Mm-hmm. Complete nonsense.
Yeah, like a whole lot of, oh my god, this bitch needs to grow the fuck up.
Oh.
But it was good. Like, that did not make it any, that made it more intriguing almost. And then on top of that, there was a lot of plot twists. Like, we found out one of the guys who didn't really like her, it was her godbrother, and the reason he didn't like her is because the parents had been manipulating them into thinking that she ruined her father's career, when in reality, it wasn't her fault. And, as a result, you know, he pretended to hate her. But in the end, he loved her and he treated her really, really, really good. And this is the godbrother, right?
Godbrother.
Well, yes. The second book is centered around the godfather and the main character's best friend, whose name is Sloane.
No.
I love Sloane, and I feel really, really, really bad for her. She has 2... I don't feel bad for her for this, okay? Before I say that, I don't want to get canceled.
What?
Because I was going to say I feel really bad for her, but then as soon as I said that, I was going to say she has 2 gay dads, but I wasn't saying that I felt bad for her for that. And I didn't want anybody to think I was. I feel bad for her because she has an eating disorder, and her ex-boyfriend cheated on her, but she thinks that she still needs to be with her ex-boyfriend because he's the only one who would give her any love, because she thinks she's ugly, even though she's like model type worthy. But her whole life has been centered around being super skinny and stuff, that she just thinks, you know, like she's really bad and stuff. And she slept with the godbrother twice in the old book, but everybody kind of blew it off. But now he's holding it. He's become such an asshole, and it's getting on my fucking nerves. Oh my God! Also, his dad is named Robert Day, and he's running to be the vice president, but he's literally all, it's just Trump. It's Trump with a different name and as the vice president.
I'm
And
sorry?
yeah, it's like to put a little bit of conflict in the thing because, her dad, she has two dads.
Oh,
She's
just to
huge
add a little
on,
bit of conflict, just sprinkle Donald fucking Trump into the story.
well,
That's how
no,
that
it's
works.
adding a lot of conflict, okay? Just wait.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
sounds really bad, but it's I promise it's to make the story more intense. I promise you. Um,
Ooh, Kendall.
what?
Kendall wants to give me honeycombs.
Okay. Um,
Sorry, continue the conflict with Donald Trump.
so basically, he plays truth or dare with her, and he accidentally cock blocked his friend, and as a result, his friend tried to make him feel uncomfortable by making him do stuff with the girl because he knows they did it before. And her ex that cheated on her is right there. So he gives her like a really like flirty like body shot or whatever because that was his dare. But the way he does it, like it looks really like bad, and not like bad as in not good quality, but like bad as in like
Oh, no.
it got out to the press and the Donald Trump dad was really mad about it.
Oh no.
And
Oh no.
as a result, what?
My Minecraft's go. Oh wait, nope. I'm good. Never mind. Continue. Sorry.
So as a result, the dad calls his son and is like, "What the hell's wrong with you? Like, how are you gonna ruin my reputation like this when I'm running for vice president?" And the son's like, "Boy, you need to calm down. It ain't even my fault." But the dad's, just not having it. Like he's angry. And so therefore the son decides to draft up a fake
Draft.
date, yes, a fake dating agreement for him and this girl. And she accepts it because he's holding, so she has this journal where she marks down all of the stuff about her eating disorder, like if she threw up today, she reached her goal weight, like which is being really skinny. And he took her journal and said that he was going to keep it until she came over to his house to talk about the dating. And he did, and he said he didn't read it, but we're now learning that he did read it. And but she obviously accepts because she does not want him reading that journal. Like that is the last thing, like that's the worst thing that could happen to this girl. Like it would probably push her over the edge. And so she said yes, and they went to go to their dad's house to, talk about how they they were introducing themselves as like together and real and stuff.
Yeah.
And the dad says something
I
about
not understanding
Planned
any
Parenthood.
of this story.
And she's
Literally
like,
any of it. I'm
really,
lost.
really weird how you want to take away affordable health care and then you're not going to understand why there's so much like deaths or whatever. Like calling him out on his shit, right? And he then started talking about Plan B. And she went, like, how it's so stupid and it should never be used. And she went, "Oh, what a shame it is that every time your son, like, fucks me raw, I take one." And then they left and he got all pissy at her and he told her the deal was done because he thought his dad was going to be mad. But then his dad called the son and was like, "You need to get her back right now. She's going to be great for our campaign. I mean, two gay dads, the gay community will love us. She's a woman. We need more women people. She's adopted from Russia. We need more foster people like when they're 18, like basically using her to get what he wants, aka to win the election." And the son at first is like, "Dad, she literally hates me. Like, I told her that she should go kill herself. Like, I don't think she wants anything to do with me." But he technically didn't say go kill yourself, but he was very, very, very harsh.
Okay.
And the dad's like, "Are you gonna do it? Yes or no?" And this would be like exploiting her, like making this think it's real, but it's not. So, the son being a little pussy who can't think for himself says yes. And therefore, now in this chapter, he is buying her flowers and stuff and saying that he wants to try again, and he's genuinely apologizes and he really does like her. So now he's literally about to ruin this girl's mental health. Like, destroy her. She's already bad, but like, because two of her friends left because they're mothers. So she has literally like no friends except for one. And then on top of that, is still in love with her cheating ex-boyfriend, who also happens to be her best friend's brother, who's also getting married to the girl he cheated on her with, and she doesn't know that. But he promised that if she stayed in this fake dating agreement, it would make him jealous, and therefore he would get back together with her, knowing that the guy is getting married. So that's going to lead to a whole nother conflict.
This is all book 1?
No, this is book 2.
Oh, we're on book 2 now. Okay.
Mind you,
there.
I'm only like... No. All of this that I've been telling you is book 2. Okay. Mind you, I just started this today, so I'm like maybe 20 chapters in at max. We already learned a lot about them in the first chapter, like the cheating part and the best friend part, but like, you know, the best friends left because they got pregnant and got married. So she has nobody. She's suffering from an eating disorder where she makes herself throw up after every single meal and won't eat. And because her parents have just always been putting pressure on her about it and didn't believe her when she said that it was bad and stuff. So now this man is exploiting her. And yeah, he's going to make her life a living hell.
Okay. And this is a Wattpad story that you're reading?
Yes, this is why he's pissing me off. Because he's such an asshole, dude. Like, how do you do that to somebody? Like, how do you... He's been so rude to her for no reason. Like, they slept together twice, but he treats her like she's, like, garbage off the bottom of his foot. And she doesn't care. She'll clap right back at him because she's like, fuck you, you're not gonna talk to me like that.
Sounds like every straight relationship I've ever seen.
Yeah, but I know they're gonna end up together in the end because they're talking about what they want to name their kids, and he says Blaze, and in the one story there's a bonus chapter where the original family's daughter meets a kid named Blaze, and we find out it's their kid.
We're good.
And I can almost assure you that they're gonna end up together with their kid.
Yeah.
And I hope they do because
ooh, grave! I gotta rob this grave, hold on.
Okay.
Continue.
They both deserve to be happy. Even though he's an asshole to her right now, he is a good person. He's just under a lot of stress because his dad's a fucking asshole. And he doesn't want to be his dad. Like, he wants to run for the Republican Party, which I don't really understand, and he is pro-life, but we skim past that. He's gonna get changed. She's gonna change him. Don't worry. She will not put up with that stuff. Honestly, if I were her to get a power move, I'd make sure he gets me pregnant and then tell him I got an abortion. Oh, on top of that, you know how he's all pro-life?
Yeah.
Well, he had a freshman girlfriend when he's a senior in high school.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't want to even get into it because it's kind of gross. But she came to him one night and said she was pregnant, and he like ghosted her and was just
sorry.
He was just gonna give her a bunch of money to like
to
fix the issue. And on Christmas, her Christmas gift to him was the abortion bill.
Rant about
which honestly I think was a girl boss moment.
As I venture the mod pack.
But then she died. Again? So you know she got an abortion.
Yeah.
But didn't tell him, and his Christmas gift was the abortion bill. So he could pay her back for it. And then she died from ovarian
pro-life
cancer.
And he...
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she died from ovarian cancer, so we didn't hear that much more about her.
Wasn't she a fucking freshman? Oh wait, am I in a village? Billy.
Yeah, but he's in college now, so this is like a while after. Oh, this is all college and they're all from Penn State.
Wait, Penn State? Penn State? Penn
Yes,
State?
as in Pennsylvania.
Oh my god.
And one of the main character in the first book is from Maryland, which I thought was a little weird. And she's very similar to me, and I basically am that girl now. So,
Bitch!
but I am excited for the third book because the third book is the first main character's little cousin and the guy who was in love with her, who wasn't her boyfriend. And then the fourth book, I don't. Oh, it's the two kids. But basically, this book has a whole lot of trauma going on in it. In both books, there has been so much trauma. The first girl, her dad was a Steelers guy, like a Steelers quarterback.
I'm just fucking panicking
But he ended up he got a stripper pregnant, aka her mom.
Whatever the fuck is oh my god.
His
mom?
No, her mom.
Her mom.
The main character's mom was the stripper that he got pregnant. And him, the Trump guy, and the college coach for Penn State told the mom that she should get an abortion. And she was like, hell no, I'm not doing that. Then gave birth to her as a preemie addicted to heroin.
Okay.
And then when she was
you hear okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna skip past that. When the girl was younger,
is that better?
She went to a science fair and her mom didn't show up. And she went home and her mom killed herself. But she didn't know that.
Okay.
She didn't know that. So she laid with her dead body for 2 days.
Okay,
then,
I'm done. No, that's where I draw. That's where I draw the line.
She went to her dad's house.
No. What?
She told no, listen. He went to her dad's house because the dad, he never was involved before that.
Oh my god.
But then the dad said that he didn't want her, so he sent her to go live with with the grandparents. But before he did that, he slapped her because she talked back to him. And so she lived with her grandparents all her life because nobody in her family really wanted her. And then she goes to college, finds out the coach of Penn State is her uncle.
What? Okay.
And one of the players on her team is, her godbrother, and the Trump guy is her godfather.
What is this family tree? Something...
I can write you out a family tree if you want.
Shut up.
No, seriously.
No,
it's a hard family tree to understand.
Not you. Quinobi's being... never mind. Continue. Actually, don't continue. I don't know. I don't want a family tree of this godforsaken... It's where... Have you ever seen Once Upon a Time? Have you ever seen the Once Upon a Time family tree? Because this is what it's fucking reminding me of.
Really bad.
I'm gonna pull up an image, and I'm sending it to you, because this is what it's freaking reminding me of right now.
Yeah, but basically... That's what's going on.
Basically, that's what's going on. Like, you didn't just unravel every person's trauma to ever exist.
Me off because he was so nice to the girl. Like, at first he acted like a huge dick. And when she was like, why the hell are you doing this to me? Like, what's your problem? He was like, well, you're taking my best friend away from me. Like, you're gonna ruin his career. You're probably gonna baby trap him and marry him so he won't be able to do anything for himself anymore. And she was like, I would never do that. You're weird. And then she found out that was her godbrother. And,
What? Okay.
And then he became a really good person. Like, really good. Not good person because, he kind of still sucks. But he became nice to her at least. And then for some reason he decided he was just gonna hate her best friend. Like, utterly despise her. And I'm not really sure why. I guess we'll figure that out later on. He says it's because she's privileged and got everything that she wanted. But I think he's mad because his dad never gave him attention and she had 2 dads to give her attention. So...
Okay.
I think that's why he's mad, but he's making me really mad because he went from being one of my
Oh yeah, here's the Once Upon a
up
Time
there
family
characters.
tree.
He went there from being one of my up there characters. He wasn't my favorite because obviously, you know, he's like pro-life and shit. But he went from being like one of my like sort of likable characters to just complete dick, like needs to be killed off right away.
Wait, let me see if I can find the main character in this mess.
But I hope she changes him and he gets on his knees and apologizes to her. Oh, apparently also, I'm not gonna say that to you actually.
What?
She
No.
has no gag reflex. And apparently she's the school whore, but I honestly support it. And I did get a very, very,
What
very
kind
thorough.
of stories do you read? Why are you willingly reading this and going back to it?
Because
why are you going back to this story? Like, I could understand skimming through it and being like, oh yeah, this is a cool story, but this is the third book now? Second one?
No,
are we still the second? This is still the
second.
second one, sorry. Okay.
No, all of this is the second. It's interesting.
That makes it so much better.
It's interesting.
Ooh. Can I light you on fire?
But I did get a this book gave a very thorough description of what his dick looks like.
Okay.
Just saying. Maybe
why does that cow smarter than me to get into the water?
Maybe that's why I'm reading it.
Fucking lighter. All my wolves are dead. Did I go in a giant circle? I feel like I went in a giant circle. Did you... Sorry, Nightbot. Okay. Ooh,
apparently, yeah, he's being a really, really, really big dick to her, and he's pissing me off. And I kind of wish he would just, like, I'm waiting for when he tells her that it was all a fake relationship because for his dad. But I know what's probably gonna happen is he's gonna be like, I was faking it this whole time, but I fell in love with you while I was doing it, and I do love you, but I had to fake it in the beginning. And then she's gonna be like, actually, fuck you. And then I hope she moves back to New York with her two dads. Actually,
what is this
no, I don't,
fucking story? What is happening? I'm so fucking lost.
They don't deserve
somebody fucked somebody, and then they fucked that somebody's mom, and then there was an abortion. Who was?
Why do authors and books always make the two gay people have this most similar names? Like it's always like names that rhyme. It's on Wattpad. Gay characters. They always have similar names, and I can't tell you why. Like, her dad's names in this
like
story,
how people rhyme twins' names?
Yes, yes. Listen to her dad's names. Her one dad is named Izzy, which isn't bad. And her second dad is named Ozzy.
Okay, that's...
It's Izzy and Ozzy. Like... I don't understand, like, they could
That reminds me of a story I wrote when I was 11 of a girl named Jaden and a guy named Jaden that dated in an all-boys high school that she snuck into. I had a great imagination.
Why did she sneak into it?
I honestly forget.
Did she have the personality that you wished you had back then, where it was like, Jade West from Victorious?
No, she had kind of like, aggressively tomboy, like Maddie from Liv and Maddie.
I've never seen that show, but I heard aggressively tomboy, and that's all I need to hear.
Okay, there you go. Ooh, thingy.
Like she's
Take
like,
notes, students.
Was she a pick me girl though? Was she like the one who goes?
Probably, yeah.
Where she was like, oh, I'm not like other girls. I don't wear makeup.
Yeah, 100%.
What was Jaden like?
Definitely a pick me tomboy bitch. Wait, are we talking about the girl Jaden or the boy Jaden?
I thought they were both. I thought one was named Jade and one was named Jaden. Are they both named Jaden?
They're both named Jaden. Wait, it was like Jaden with an I and then Jaden with the power of the sun. Great and noble sunbird. What the fuck? Receive a blessing from the great and noble sunbird. The power from the sun. What fucking sunbird? What? Oh my god, you're watching TikTok. You missed it. What did I miss? Why am I floating? Sunbird's Blessing. Oh, I have like slow falling. Oh, I don't anymore. Stop spamming caps. I gotta turn a... Can I turn Nightbot off? I don't care enough, actually. You're just gonna have to deal with Nightbot yelling at you. The bird- I missed the bird. Where did the bird go? Why is there a god bird? And why did it bless me?
But, I don't know if you heard, but I'm excited to read the 3rd and the 4th book.
Oh my god.
The 3rd book, listen, this book is actually really good.
I got rid of
Usually...
Shut up, Night.
So, the 3rd book is between the guy that was originally in love with the main character, but, you know, she left him for her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And her cousin, her little cousin. Not little, her cousin's in college. But, you know, like her younger cousin. And then the 4th book is between the original main character's kids and the couple I'm telling you now's kids. AKA the toxic one with the Trump dad. His son and the girl. But the son's sons did crash the cat. Hold on. Okay, I got it. The son's son crushed the caterpillar she had. And she started crying. And turns out it was her twin brother's friend. And oh my god, you know how I said in the original story the main character's mom missed the science fair because she killed herself?
Never mind, that's not a fire I want to go to. What about dying?
You know how I said in the 1st book the main character's mom killed herself and that's why she missed her daughter's science fair?
Yeah?
Well, in one of the bonus chapters, they have 3 kids, the main characters. They have, oh,
Where
shit.
am I going? I'm so lost. My wolves are dead from bears. Okay.
They have, they have 3 kids. They have one girl named Stella, and then 2 twins named Slater. Named Slater and Stella.
Slater?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Like see you later?
Like Slater. But it's Slater and Sage. And Sage always gets left behind because she doesn't like sports while all the other kids do, and you know their parents, well, their dad was a sports guy. And they forgot to go to her science fair.
Okay, I just heard a fucking eagle.
The same way her mother ended up dying.
Pretty.
Her mother died because, you know, and that's why she didn't make it to the science fair. And then they forgot her daughter had a science fair because they were at their son's football game. And the girl rode her bike home crying because her parents missed her science fair that she worked really hard on, and she won. And she was like, it was the kind of thing where she was with her teacher and her favorite teacher, and the teacher was like, oh, I'm sure your parents will come, and then her parents didn't come. It was really sad.
It's your birthday! Happy birthday! That's such a random...
It's Quinobi's birthday?
It is! Just... Oh, I forgot. It's my birthday today. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. That is so weird. The one day I stream again, it's his birthday.
Interesting.
I have impeccable timing.
Did Quinobi have any reactions to my Wattpad story?
Many.
Hi, Tucker.
He called the story creepy.
He doesn't know the story well enough.
And when you were talking about the, actually, it might have been my story about the Jaden and Jaden thing, but you were talking about something. What?
It's
What are you? What are you? Why can't I hit you? Why are you invincible? Why are you invincible? What is happening? I don't like this. Why do you shoot so fast? Okay, I'm just gonna back away, and you're gonna keep doing that, and I'm gonna go this way. Yeah. Yeah.
now block it off.
I'm just gonna.
Hi, Max.
Mhm.
Hi, my puppy. Don't lick your butthole on my bed, Max.
Okay, I don't. Okay. He's controlled by a demon. Is that an actual thing that you saw, or are you just bullshitting?
My dog is licking my butthole. His butthole.
Licking your butthole?
His.
Why is your butthole
I
out?
meant his.
Why is your dog
I
licking
meant
it?
his.
What is
I meant
why?
his.
Why?
I meant his.
What the fuck?
My teacher cosplayed Shane Dawson today.
Huh? Oh wait, is that what that video on your story was where you had like a boot on your head or something?
It wasn't a boot. It was my Viking hat.
Boot.
No, it was my Viking hat.
Do you remember that president that had
I'm-
Do you remember the guy who was a presidential candidate who had a boot on his head and would throw glitter during speeches? I miss him.
I don't remember that.
I miss him.
But anyway, I'm in mythology. Easiest class I've ever taken. The first half was all just actual work, and the second half now we watch movies and take notes.
Wait, I think I found my way home unintentionally. Wait, maybe.
But don't you have a bunch of mods on?
Over 200, I think. I don't know.
It's actually 148. I'm watching your stream, and when you press escape, it said 148.
Ah, okay. Well, there you go. 148 mods. Why did you ask that?
Because can't you just set a waypoint to your house? Like, why do you not have a mod that lets you do that?
Because I picked a mod pack. I didn't make the mod pack. Okay. I'm going in a hole.
And then we can talk more about my book.
Okay.
Let me actually get it up right
my
now.
bot? Nightbot?
Do you wanna hear the titles of the books?
No, I
Oh, I was reading this other book called Love Milo, where this where this English, like, British teacher falls in love with this girl. I don't really remember what she wants to do for a job, but she's pretending to be his girlfriend for his family, and his sister in this latest chapter just walked in on her grinding on him, and it was really funny. And then he went in the shower to, relieve himself, and she heard the whole thing, and he said her name.
Sheesh, Nightbot really does not
when he
like
came.
you. Oh, the bird! The bird. Wait, hold on. How do I don't know how to. Can I just time out Nightbot? Is that a thing I can do?
Oh, you're listening to Wilbur Soot.
I am.
Well, technically it's not just him, but...
Aria Molly timed out Nightbot for 6,487 seconds. What did I do? Why is it so specific? What did I do?
How much seconds did you say?
6,487. I'm trying. Wait, let me watch the clip.
Why did you do that?
Because it's being annoying, but why is it so... Where's the bird?
Wait, it was like...
Bird!
Jaden with an I, and then Jaden...
Oh, it's pretty!
They're both named Jaden.
Oh, I love those colors. Okay, sorry, what were we talking about? I got distracted by the pretty god bird. What were we saying? Oh, is there anything for waypoints? Let me see. Hello?
Oh my god.
Oh, you're in. Okay. Buffalo Slam. I don't want to know what that does. I don't want to know. Social interaction screen. Okay. I don't see anything for waypoints.
She's making him do pinky promises.
Oh. Minimap! I figured out how to put the minimap on. How many times have I died in this world? Wait. Statistics. General.
He keeps making a comment about her dad's money. But I don't know which dad he's talking about. Izzy or Ozzy?
Okay. There's a search bar. What am I gonna do with the search bar?
Where?
Waypoint. Cake. You want Ventum Veni.
Anyway, here's the comparison of my teacher in the same shirt as Shane Dawson, and
What?
he has similar hair colors and a similar face shape.
Huh? I don't like that. I don't like that image. It looks like Shane Dawson was in your school, and I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable. I saw a zombie head. Wait. And did I take a screenshot? Wait. I might have taken a screenshot. Let me, like, open... open... Can I not, like, open the file location or something? And then get the other screenshots? I don't know, it won't. Why is it? Hello? Oh, there we go. I found it. Okay, screenshots. Here we go. Let's see. That's a picture of me in a grave. Okay, these are the screenshots of the creepy house. Do we want to go back to the creepy house? Let's go back to the creepy house. 8:49. 8. Oh,
this
God.
is so sad. Wait, listen to
Oh,
this.
there's a search bar for the keybinds.
It just played the history for like how she found out her ex-boyfriend was cheating on her, and after it happened, she like looked under the door to see if it was true, and he went, "Thank you for that. It's nice to be with somebody who's not as annoying."
Okay.
Because she has an eating disorder.
Oh. Oh, that's so helpful. Oh, well, I already figured it out. Thank you, though. Okay, so we are over 2,000 blocks away from home. But that's fine. It is also still night, and I don't... Why is there dust everywhere I move? Is there, like, something... Oh yeah, I used my totem of undying. Dang. What skin do I have on? Okay. So, what am I... Are you reading?
Maybe.
Oh my god. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, he just made a Democrat comment.
Well, I wish you could see what time of day it was and...
She
Okay,
was
that's better.
talking
I'll go
about,
with that.
they were talking about how the state that they were going in smelled like cow shit. And he went, well, Pennsylvania smells like more like cow shit. And she's from New York, and she went, well, we can both agree that New York smells worse. And then he went, well, it is a Democrat-ran city. Thinking he's Mr. Funny out here. He looks like a fucking idiot.
Okay. Okay.
These people are laughing at him, but it's not funny. He's fucking stupid.
Okay. Oh. What the? Stone grass?
My name is Chicago. I can't believe Kim Kardashian named her kid. She named her kid Chicago.
Wait, who is the one that named their kid Wolf?
Kylie Jenner.
Kylie.
But I'm almost certain, you know how her first kid is named Stormy?
Yeah. Stormy,
Well, because of that,
like
I'm almost certain that they don't call him Wolf, they call him Wolfie.
I believe that.
Because they added an E on the end, and I don't think that E was to make it look unique. I think it was because they wanted all of their kids' names to end with an E sound. Stormy, Wolfie.
Oh. There's twins called COVID and Corona?
What?
In the Kardashian family?
No! There's not. I keep up with the Kardashian family.
Where did you get this, Quinobi? I need proof. Where did you get this information? Unbreaking 3, Curse of Vanishing. Fuck you, Curse of Vanishing. Okay. Onwards. Don't steal the grave. I'm stealing any grave I want to. Will I regret that later? Probably. Oh well. On the news? In Canada. I don't know. Carly, look it up. Canadian twins, COVID and Corona. No, you're gonna be too interested in your Wattpad book, aren't you?
I'm looking it up right now, actually.
Really?
Oh my god, it's in India.
It's in India?
An Indian couple says they named their newborn twins Corona and COVID in an effort to put a positive spin on the deadly pandemic.
That's new. Oh, never mind.
It was a boy and a girl.
Who, which is which?
The boy is COVID, and the girl is Corona. We wish to ease the anxiety and fear associated with these words,
COVID,
and also
Corona,
make the
twins,
occasion
India.
memorable.
Yeah, India. He just posted the link. India. Ooh, rain.
That's
yeah,
so stupid. They're like, we're trying to bring a positive thing. I get it, but it's also like, your kids are gonna be bullied.
I find it quite funny. But then again, I am an asshole. They're gonna get bullied. Yeah, you and Kenobi said the exact same thing. Does my voice sound broken to you, or is it just me?
It's just you.
Just me? Okay. I don't know why, it feels weird. Oh. Flower? That is not a rose bush. Okay. I hate stream delay. Why can you hit through the shield? That's so rude. What the fuck? Your voice is okay. I don't- What the fuck was that? Holy shit. Oh my god. That scared the fuck out of me. Ew! Do you hear the sound of the mud? Ugh. I do not like that. Holy guacamole. Gosh darn it. I'm still 1,000 blocks out. What? There are so raccoons everywhere. There are so raccoons? Okay. There are many raccoons. There are so many raccoons everywhere. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. Are you still playing GTA, Carly?
No.
When'd you stop?
Like 15 minutes ago, and then I watched her stream for a little bit.
Okay. Ew! 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 Mud! 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 I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Ugh. Did I, like, drink a drug that makes everything Drink a drug. That's, yep. Yep. Why? Okay. Ooh! Tall birch trees. Okay, never mind. That was a flying Enderman. I'm gonna turn the opposite direction of that. I just got scared by a chicken. The blind guy saw the mute kid talk to the deaf guy. The deaf guy answers, "Stop, you're talking too loud." What the fuck is that? I'm scared to look away. What the fuck is that? What the? What the dog doing? Oh, there's two? Okay. How... Is this like a weeping angel type situation, or no? Okay, I can just gonna... Yeah, I don't know why the skeleton's floating. Or why it has a crown and cape, but
They're about to have sex because she just remembered her dead best friend. I don't know if that's the way to go about it, but okay.
What? What is wrong with this story? Is the author okay?
I don't think so.
How do they think of these things? Why?
It's a girl.
Why?
They were out, so they went to their
Just
the original main
why?
character's house to go see them and the baby.
I don't need
And
an
they-
exclamation.
No, I'm gonna give you an explanation.
want-
They were
I don't
outside
need
on the
one.
balcony smoking a blunt, and she asked who his best friend in high school was, and he answered the main character's love interest in the first book. And then he asked her, and it was this guy named Charlie who somehow died. We still don't know how he died, but he did. And he said, "Wow, you must have been really popular in high school," but she wasn't because everybody hated her because they liked her sister a lot better. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I am." And then now she was like, "I just want to forget about it," but didn't say that. She just said it in her
Diamond.
head.
Yeah.
I want to get my nipples pierced. Sorry, am I not allowed to say that on your stream?
I'm just gonna, yeah. We're gonna take a break from that. I don't know, fuck. They... Wait a second. Wait a second. You don't even have your nose pierced and you want to pierce your tits?
Well, if I could have my nose pierced, I would.
But your first option is tits.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Why are there eggs? Okay. It's not even late. It's fucking 9 o'clock. It's not even late. It's not even late. Oh my... Ooh, dear. Wait. Do you run from me? Wait. Oh, they run from me. What were the coordinates again? 49. Okay. We got like 800 to go. Everything's fine. I got this. It's... Oh, okay. There was definitely something wrong with my voice there. There was definitely a voice crack. There we go. Nope, it's still... It sounds fucked to me. What happens if you punch bees? I don't want to find out, actually. How long will you be streaming for? I have no fucking clue. I quite literally just texted Carly and was like, I feel like streaming, and I was in the middle of doing homework. I was just like, I feel like streaming. I'm gonna do it, and here we are. Now, and now I'm deafening in Discord because Carly's talking about her want to pierce their fucking nipples. And God knows, God, I don't want to know what's going on in that story, actually. Oh. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, it's another igloo thingy. Ooh. Sleep. Ow, that hurt my ear. Why'd you ask? Oh wait, actually, I'm taking this bed. I could have sworn I've picked up like 20,000 beds by now. Am I going this way still? Yeah, okay. And I lose every single one, and I don't understand. Yeah, I don't. Okay. No creeper. No creeper. Okay. I like how it's completely chill now that I'm not screeching over out of agony over whatever the fuck Carly's talking about at that second. Nice and peaceful, quiet, climbing through the snow. It's fine. Okay, it was definitely more than that. What's this? Pig. Oh my god, this is the thing. The house that way. Right? And then down here there's gonna be like a lava pit somewhere, right? Wait. No. This way. Ow. Why did I say ow? I didn't even take damage. I didn't even hurt in real life. Why did I say ow? Okay. I just predicted, I guess. Yeah, here's the lava pit. I have an incredible sense of direction. Why does this... Hey. Where do I turn fog off at? There's still... You know what? It's better. It's better. I'll take it. There's no... Why are there so many decaying Endermen? Are you guys okay over... I hate you. I hate you. I hate these fucks. I'm gonna... grass. What the fuck? Is it throwing balls at me? What is happening? It's throwing wither skeleton skulls at me. Sir, are you okay? Can I pick these up? Okay. I've given Carly the break. I can undeafen now. Hello.
What were you deafened?
No reason.
Okay.
I just had to deafen real quick.
That's fine.
I found the flying skeleton again and it chucked skulls at me.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is fucking adorable. Oh, you... Don't you kill it. I'd rather you kill me. Anyway. Look at this cute... Harley, look at my stream. Look at... Look.
Hold on.
Look at the... Look. Oh my god. Can you be my friend? Oh my god. Look at the one.
I'm looking, hold on.
You are so fucking cute. Oh my god.
He's so cute.
Look at the little waddle. Don't... I'm not killing him. Excuse me. I'm not
He's so cute.
Wait, do... Maybe...
Yeah.
Oh, no. Lower. Okay, wait. Wait. What are you called? Friendly sporling. Oh my god! Hello! Oh, you're so fucking cute. Oh my god. Can you guys be... Can I friend you? Can I befriend you? I don't want the spawn over nether overworld fungus overworld warped fungi. I'm not killing it. Look, we're gonna look it up. We're gonna look up Minecraft sporling. Yeah. Creatures and beasts. Reddit. Okay, what is I'm not looking up what they drop. Oh, they're so cute. Okay. I just I can okay. I did not like that. That was terrifying actually, but that's fine. Creatures and beasts require the little greb, lizard, cindershell, sporlings, the yeti. Can you befriend the sporling? Can you can't tame them, no, but you can animate. You can grow one in your house? It was, I don't, it was fan art and I didn't, it was cursed fan art, to say the fucking least.
What was it fan art of?
Sporling.
Hmm.
You like string? Oh, you're adorable. Okay. Oh, I found the graveyard again. That is a mushroom creeper. That is a mushroom creeper. Oh! I thought I found another cool animal, but it's just the fucking devil bitch. Why are you guys everywhere? Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I'm not showing that. I am not showing that. No. No way. Ooh, okay. I still don't know. Is there a nature's compass or something? Ugh. Soul compass? No, I want nature's compass. So I can, like, find an open... I don't even know what to do. I want to build a house, and I want to start out discovering the mod pack. But everywhere is so crowded, and I don't want to destroy the beautiful scenery. So I'm just suffering. I haven't seen a jungle yet.
This man just said to her, "You're just not used to eating?" Yeah, I know. Look at you.
Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Is it what? Okay. Why do I have a fletching table? You never answered my question, Quinobi. Why did you ask how long I was going to stream for? I don't- Why do I have a fletching table? No one cares about fletching tables. Why do I have it? I can keep that. There we go. It makes me smile. It makes me smile. Where do I go? Is that a skeleton with a crossbow underwater? Okay. I don't know what's going on there. It is just straight ocean. I'm regretting this decision. Very quickly. It's fine. It's okay. There's a beach there. Does it lead to anything nice? Or is it nope. It's just another tall birch forest. I've seen plenty tall birch forest. Is that a water temple? Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Swimming, swimming. Just keep rowing. Just keep, what the f? You see that blob over there? What is that? Oh well, it's gone. If I don't answer you quick. You don't have to. You're not obligated to answer any questions, dude. I was just curious myself. Why do I just randomly put on an accent sometimes? What? Why do I? What the? Are those turtles?
Where do you want to go tomorrow?
Hmm?
Where do you want to go tomorrow on our car ride? I could take you all around Hillbilly County. That's not a real county, by the way.
Hillbilly County? I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of what that is.
No, I live in a real county, but I don't want to say it.
I know, I know your areas.
But
I
my
just
county
I'm trying to think of what
is very, 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 very hillbilly.
Oh, is it your dad's county?
No, it's my
No?
mom's.
Your mom's?
Yes. You've only seen a certain part of my mom's. You've seen
I've barely driven around your
you've seen
state,
a
dude.
small town, and you've seen the town that my mom lives in, which is totally different from the rest of the county.
The
town my
most
mom
I've
lives in-
driven through your state is on a highway.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that
know. And
is
the
a
town that you
oh,
get in
good night.
when you get to go to my mom's house, it is literally the drug addict prostitution central. Like that is where all that like
yeah.
the town I'm in is probably like nobody wants to say that they live there. But the rest of the county is hillbillies, and then the complete opposite side of the county, because I'm like right in the middle, is
is
white supremacists.
ugh.
Like there was a large amount of KKK in the town right next to me. The town that we drove through when we were going to the airport.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is it like, are they like, braiding their armpits hillbilly? Or is it like, lumberjack, I love, overly hippie hillbilly? Sorry, I was talking to myself. What'd you say?
It's braid my armpit hair, camo, four-wheelers, and big lifted trucks hillbilly.
Bones. I don't need that boat anymore. You know what? I'm close to just saying screw it and living, just randomly picking coordinates, going to it, and living there. Like, not seeing the coordinates, not knowing anything, just ooh, name tags. Ooh! Ooh! Law Chapel. Fuck yeah. I just heard... Okay. Did you see anything about how Markiplier did a Smash or Pass video on Pokemon? Excuse me. Carly? Hello?
Hello?
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, and I said I did not hear it.
Okay, well, he did like a 40-minute video of Smash or Pass against Pokemon. And my brother was like, that'll be a fun idea to go into Discord late at night and do that with my friends. And he's doing it tonight. And I just heard him screech on the top of his lungs, Vaporeon? And I don't know if it was like a I saw you get cursed. What? The bad omen? Anyway, I don't know if that's a why would you screw Vaporeon or a why wouldn't you screw Vaporeon. I'm kind of intrigued. I honestly want to just go and ask. I'm texting him. Smash or pass Vaporeon. Okay. I've sent the text message now to await answer. I saw you get cursed, steal graves. I'm actually gaining much luck because I got a notch apple from the grave. Fuck you. And take the anvils. I don't need that many anvils. I only need to break one slab. I just remembered. I hear raccoons, but I don't see them, and it's freaking me out. Ooh, rich guy! Ooh! What the fuck? Fucking... Don't mind if I fucking do. Shit. I'll take Ender Eyes. Lock. I don't need Spectral Arrows. In case, I'll take one anvil. How's that? Oh, what was that? String, I don't need that. Ceramics.
He just asked her to be his girlfriend. And she now said that she doesn't want her ex-boyfriend back because she's a bad bitch. She just wants to make him regret ever leaving her.
Is this like a house for the graveyard guy? Change your shield, yours is broken. No, it's not. It's fine. It's not breaking anytime soon. You're just paranoid. Oh. Time to read a story. Day 102. Finally, after days of hiding in dirt holes and nothing to eat but seeds, we found a village. The villagers seemed happy to see new faces, and we celebrated through the night, protected by the golems. Even he seemed to enjoy it. I hope I will stay here for a while and recover. The last days were rough, and I'm not keen on sleeping on dirt again. Well, considering how they said they found a village, and this is now a giant graveyard, I'm gonna assume it didn't go too well. Anyway. Were you saying something, Carly?
No.
Somebody- oh, it was Kenobi. Yours is broken, take the own in the own? Oh, take the one in the chest. I will. Just give me a second. I'm busy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the fact that the village didn't, go too far. Where was the shield? Rich guy? Rich guy. Here, look. Boop. Wow. Bird? Pretty bird? Oh no, just a fucking seagull. I hate- oh god, I lagged. Oh no. I made fun of the rich guy. No. I made too much fun of the rich guy. Fuck. Smash? For Vaporeon? Ooh, well. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything to that, actually. He was upset with him saying smash to Vaporeon. That... I'm not saying anything. Okay. Why am I so laggy? What did I just do? You fucking bitch! Oh my... I hate seagulls so much. I hate them. I hate them. Fucker. Fucking scared. Fucking scared. I hate them in real life and I hate them in this goddamn game. Oh no, I hear my brother coming out of his room if he comes in here.
I heard the door open too.
You can hear the door?
Yeah.
Sorry. I just realized that the chat is in like such an uncomfortable place. That looks much better. I'm putting you there. That's better. Come here, little fuck. Hello? Okay. Ooh. That was close. The chat is on the chat. What? Well, it's not like I'm talking to anybody in the game chat. It's not like there's gonna be anything important over there. There you go. Oh. Boop. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, you're adorable. Oh, do you like apples? I don't think you do, but I'm giving you one anyway. The crow liked the apple. Okay. What are these? Drugs? Sea rocket. Sounds like drugs. Sea rocket. That sounds like... I'm not continuing that sentence. It's 8:45 a.m. and I just snapped my tongue. No! 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 Okay. Okay. Should I put in random coordinates and just live there? Or find a place on this island? That looks cool. Carly,
What?
should I put in random coordinates and do that, or choose a place here?
For what?
To build anything. To stop
You should go
exploring
back
for
to the
2 seconds.
Go back to the cute mushroom forest thing.
Nah. What is this guy? Okay. 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 Not nice. Not nice. He's not nice. He's not nice. We've learned our lesson. There's the floating skeleton bitch again. Okay. 1244 32222. He has 1 HP. Wait, does he? You lied to me. He has 50 HP, you liar! Oh. What the fuck is that? I am not safe anywhere. Holy shit. You know what? We're just gonna... Okay, ready? We're gonna... This is... It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is perfectly under control. I'm gonna drown. I'm fairly certain I'm gonna drown. I think I'm gonna... No, I'm fine. Okay, what were the numbers you put in chat? Were they significant, or were you just spamming random numbers out of boredom? Ooh. That is... a generation? Is that a... Volcanic Island Beach. Random, okay. What is this giant rock? Okay, I'm gonna... Okay. Wait. Oh wait, beds can be waterlogged now. Wait. It's okay, I figured it out. See? I'm so smart. What is this? That's... Smarties. Ew, ew. Why did I say ew? I don't know. Okay. Anyway. What is this? This stuff looks cool. Black sand? Ooh. This looks cool. What is this? Volcanic rock. If I mine in here and lava pours out on me. There's no lava. This is a very weird island, to say the least. Very, very weird. Huh. Ooh! Ooh, this one has like an ocean spring. This is cool. I like the color of the water. I forgot I had a mini-map that I could be using. Seagull! No. 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 I'll burn you to death, bitch. I'll eat cooked bird tonight. Ooh. What the fuck? Is that a whale? That is a whole ass whale. Will it eat me? Oh my god, you're fucking awesome. You're not gonna hurt me, are you? Oh, you swim so fast. You You're so cool. Wait, Cashalot whale? What did it say? Cash. Can we be friends? Oh, okay. Sorry, you scared me. Yeah, Cashalot whale. Hello. You're so pretty. Oh. Ooh, what is that down there? I don't know. Wait, what are all those things on the ocean floor? You see that? Bye-bye, whale. You were very nice. For the 2 seconds we talked. Auto mad is blocking my mess. I hate you, I hate Really? I wonder why.
Hi, Max. Hi, buddy.
There
What
you
are
go.
you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you stretching? Come on. Get over here. Don't just sit there
And it
look at
wasn't
me.
a
You're gonna get in
monster, it was a
trouble.
seagull, thank you very much. Seagulls are worse. What is that bunch of harmful mobs? That is a hole into hell. For that, I will be going this way. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh! Oh, you look so fucking awesome. Oh, you're so cool. Oh, I'm gonna drown. Okay. Seagull and monster don't see any difference. I see a difference. Seagulls are 3 times worse. Wait, I'm going backwards. I'm going this way, right? I think I was going this way. I don't know. Oh! Why did I just get so much kelp? Okay. Oh! What the fuck is that? What is that? What are the what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? It looks cool. Are those turtles? Seagulls are worse than the wither. They are! I'm scared to explore it, but they look so pretty. Oh, I was right! I was right! Not to... Oh, okay. Off we go! Something unnatural. Go inside. What could go wrong? What the fuck? Okay. Anyways. Island. Oh my god. Oh, more island. I just want to be able to build a house. I just want to build a house. I want to vibe. I want to befriend the mushroom sporelings. I want hedgehogs. You know there's monkeys in here? And they're so cute. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Okay. I'm kind of just assuming that Carly's dead at this point.
I'm not dead. I'm reading.
Okay. Compass. Whoop whoop. Oh shit. Wait. Where'd I put my boat? Oh, it's right here. Wait, go to 1240. Is that a negative 322? No. Okay. We'll go there after getting this treasure.
I was so cringy last year.
I know.
It makes me want to kill myself.
Okay.
Like, anytime my memories pop up.
In a video game.
Not a video game.
In a video game.
I take it back. It's in a video game.
Yeah.
In real life, it makes me wish that I was not on the earth anymore.
It's... Hello? I don't want to get a shovel. I'm so confused. Okay, whatever. Forward in what direction? Oh. This direction. Maybe? I am so good at Minecraft. This is...
This guy is so stupid. Her dad dug into her medical records and found out, like, the Trump dug into her medical records and found out
there it
that
is.
she had an abortion, but I'm pretty sure he only told her that to make him get mad at her. And he keeps saying, I care for her, but it's making me so mad because she got
That
rid
was
of my
definitely
kid.
not worth it.
But he doesn't even know that it's his kid. Like, she didn't even have an abortion.
I have absolutely no fucking clue what she's talking about.
Yeesh. You want a little bed to lay on? Come on in. Come on. Max, you can
I'll
come
keep
up
the
here
cup
too.
best.
Come here. Come here.
What was I... What?
Come
Oh,
on.
this way. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's look at this area, and then we'll go to the coordinates. Oh. I was ready to go exploring. Okay. 1244 322. This way, and then this way? Right? Yeah. Adventure time, go grab your friends, we'll bury distant lands. Oh wait, are those my coordinates up there? Oh, my coordinates are right there. I don't have to press F3. I am so observant. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck, Whale? I thought we were friends. What was the need for that, dude? I thought we had a friendship going on. That was so rude. Adventure time, come on, grab your friends. We'll go to very distant lands. Jake the dog and Finn the human. All never end, it's adventure time. What is this? Oh. I'm suddenly very creeped out. I'm drowning. Never mind, because I'm just so good at this game. Ooh, there's a thing over there. Okay, hold on. Sleep. Oh, there we go. Oh! Did you hear my knuckles crack? That was great.
I did actually.
That was great. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I was going this way, right? This is so bitch.
Max. Come here, Max.
Ooh, pink trees! Oh! Pink trees? Oh! 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 Ooh, there's a lot of enemies in here. That's gonna go really well. Do I have these trees already? Oh, I do. Sakura sapling. Sakura, chakra, okay. This is so pretty. Why are you so excited about pink? 'Cause it's pretty, dude. Look at the... Look! Look! That is a skull. Why is there a skull on the minimap? I don't know. I'm going towards it.
It's alright, buddy. Come here.
Is it a dungeon, maybe? Oh, it's a graveyard. That makes a lot more sense.
I'll be back.
They look like normal trees. You're wrong. They're pretty trees. Wait. Did I go in a ginormous circle? I swear to God, if I...